So this test right here is going to show us why you might be having a hard time doing the 45-degree back extension. So you might be asking yourself, why should you be doing this movement? Why does it matter? Honestly, I thought the same thing when I first came across this movement. But when I first started doing it, I had big return into my big lift, such as a squat. So when it comes to lower body, the squat is the mother lift. So what does this movement do? What does it help us with? What does it strengthen? Well, the movement strengthens the whole posterior chain. So we're talking hips, hamstrings, lower back, and erector spinae muscle. So the erector spinae muscle is what surrounds the spine, and it prevents us from going in a spinal flexion. So this movement also is great because it works the mid-range of your back squat. So chances are, if you're weak in this movement and you have a hard time doing it correctly, chances are you're gonna have a hard time in your back squat, especially when you get out of that middle range when you're coming back up. So it's very important to understand on how to do this movement correctly. Even a little bit doing it incorrectly, like this, you'll see it. There's a little bit of roundness on the bottom. That's gonna create some stress at the lower back, where the lower back will feel like it's doing most of the work. The lower back should be assisting in this movement. The hamstrings and the glutes are the prime mover. The erector spinae is just gonna help stabilize the spine and keep the spine from going in a flexion. And that's how we're gonna get that muscle stronger too. So if you feel the lower back and the lower back gets fatigued out faster than the other things, then yes, you are doing it incorrectly. So in this video, I'm gonna show you on what not to do and what to do. And get really good at doing no weight. That's key. Here's the movement done incorrectly. This is what I see when I first start training my clients through this movement. When they go down, rounding their back instantly, or they could go down with slightly more neutral spine, and then all of a sudden they hit that bottom range and then they start rounding their back. Or they go down completely more of a neutral spine, and then when they come up, they round their back, their lower back. So if this is you, then it sounds like it could be mechanical issue, or it sounds like it could be tight. And the test that you saw in the beginning, and you'll see it again right now, if the hip flexors are tight, this is going to inhibit hip hinge movement. So think of this movement, it's a hinge, and if a muscle's tight, it's going to pull on the pelvis, because that's what the muscle, it's a muscle in front on the quad. It's either mixed with rec fem, psoas, iliacus. I'm just talking about this because this is how I think about it in my head. Could be tight. And what we want to do is we want to foam roll and we want to stretch it. And then we retest, go through the movement to see, does it feel looser? Does it feel smoother? If that's the case, then chances are it was tight. But if you still feel it, then it's got to be mechanical. You're not executing it properly. And when you do this, body weight in the beginning, get it down to a T, and then you could progress to weight. And I suggest dumbbell holding between your chest. So how can we fix it? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna test it again, or test to see if it's muscle related, if it's tight. And then after we test this, hopefully, I want you to film yourself so you can see if left leg is tight or if right leg's tight. And then if that's the case, then we're gonna foam roll and we're gonna stretch it. So I'll show you that too. So you're gonna lay back. I'm gonna pull my right knee to my chest all the way, and I want this leg to relax as best as I can. Now, if this leg is not down like this, and it's up like this, then you're tight. What about even a little bit of this? Tight, a little bit tight. We want it to be down a little bit, my knee a little bit lower than this. Now, after you just got done stretching, and after you foam rolled stretch, go retest. You could retest doing the test on like your bed, couch, whatever, see what that leg's doing, or go through the movement and see if you feel anything different. Now, let's say you're having a hard time like understanding on how to hinge during the back extension. Think about other movements that you're probably good at. Think of the Romanian deadlift, the RDL. You could do it's stiff leg deadlift, another variation of hip hinge, or a good morning, standing good morning. So I'm gonna show you RDL. I like to tell my clients, hey, think of the good morning when you do this movement. Think of the RDL, because when they think that, they're able to understand that the mechanics and carry it over towards the back extension. So if I'm doing an RDL, we're moving at our hips, right? Knees are bent, pushing my hips back. The minute I can't push them back anymore, back's flat, I'm gonna drive my legs through the ground, pull myself up. So if you're able to do this correctly, you should be able to do the back extension correctly. So here's the back extension. You wanna make sure that this pad right here is below my pelvic bone. If my pelvic bone is below this, the pad, I'm gonna have a hard time hinging. So when I do this, I get set up here, so my pelvic bone, feel it, top of the hip, it's up here. So it allows me to hinge better. And when you do this, you should feel stretch in your hamstrings. Think about pushing through your feet more. Release your hips. Let the pad push your hips back. You want to act like you're touching the wall with your ass when you go back. Any little movement with the lower back is going to cause lower back to fire and to do all the work. So when I go down, I'm pushing my hips back, hips back, hips back. Think neutral spine and drive through out. I want to go out that way. Right? When I go down, I don't want this a little round. My lower back's gonna start working there. So I want to think about pushing my hips back. You're gonna feel hamstring stretch. And when I come back up, I'm thinking about going up this way. I'm coming back out that way. Here, up. A lot of times when people do this, they'll come up like this. Lower back. Now there's a whole nother context for this movement. If you want to work more glute specific, then it's okay to round your back. Now my glutes are engaged, so it's all glutes right here. I'm just feeling my glutes the whole time. That's more specific to what the client wants. I'm gonna show you my range with this movement. I'm gonna stop at where I feel like my back, my lower lumbar is not gonna round. I wanna make sure that that doesn't happen. So I'm gonna act like I'm doing the movement. And when we do this, I didn't talk about it. When you come up, my shoulders, my hip, to my knee, to my ankle should all be in line. I should not hyperextend either. So I'm stopping right here every time I come back up. So hips, push hips out. This is where I'm stopping, and then I'm gonna come back up. Nice control. Slow the movement down so you can feel everything. It should be harder. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now, if you like the video, make sure that you give it a like, comment below. Let me know how you do this movement. Let me know if you have any problems with it, have any questions. Now, if you do feel your lower back during this, remember, you could have a little bit of roundness at the bottom. And when it's perfect, you're still gonna feel your lower back because it's gonna assist in the movement. Really focus on driving through your feet. You're gonna feel hamstrings and your glutes. Try to squeeze your glutes at the top while maintaining neutral spine. Other than that, focus on it, do it without weight. Try foam rolling your quad, stretching your quad, and then executing the movement correctly. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, prioritize this movement. Don't do this in the beginning. Do this after you did your big movement, such as a squat. Maybe your third or fourth exercise, you could do this movement. Don't do it right in the beginning. Unless you really want to get it down, you could do it in the beginning. But I don't want your lower half, your posterior chain to be tired if now you're going to go in a back squat. So be smart with this when it comes to training it. So, yep, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be doing stuff more like this, so make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss anything like this.